2025, what a season it's been. I'm actually honestly super stoked how it turned out. So I wanted to do a little 2025 season recap right here. And yeah, just show you my personal favorite moments from this year. So let's dive right into it. My season started in New Zealand, my favorite place to visit on that planet. So I flew there in middle of February for the Crankworx in Christchurch, which is the first edition ever. So I had never rode that course. I was super excited. Went there, did my first run, which put me in 4th place. And it wasn't a crazy run, so I could step it up. So let's go through my second run, which ended me in 2nd place, and I'm hyped about it. Starting off with a 3-whip on the drop, super easy, for me at least. But this hip was so easy to overshoot, super sketchy one. So I did a double tail whip to play it safe, went nice and high on the 270 T-bug. Also super hard for a speed and a step down, went for a flip bar. Wanted to play it safe on this one, did a fronty bar spin. Jump was super tricky, super steep landing, super easy to overshoot. 450 on the double bar spin on the hip, which was super nice. Had to give it all of the speed to go for a twister, stumped it, and yeah, to put me in 2nd place. What an amazing start of the season. Hyped on that for sure. Stoked to watch it back again, me throwing the bike, being super hyped. My brother Chance more firing me up too. He also did an amazing run, so yeah, stoked on that stop for sure. After a successful time in Christchurch, we went to Queenstown, did some training for Rotorua. Rotorua, one of my also favorite courses actually in the year, but this year was tricky. Still hurts when I have to watch the replay again. So as Crankworx, don't ask me why, they wanted to do a qualifying. Obviously it was windy the day of qualifying, so we couldn't do a qualifying, so all the riders had to do a straight final, but they didn't want it or couldn't have a longer live stream, so they wanted to do a 1-run contest, and top 8 from the first run advance to the 2nd run. And usually we always have 2 runs. And yeah, I was on one for sure. You can watch it again. It already hurts watching it. So anyways, starting off really well with an amazing link in my opinion. I did that 3-whip on the drop, super short landing straight into the next jump, double whip into the next jump. Oh, I didn't even remember I did that. Then I went for front flip, double bar spin, played it pretty safe because it was first run obviously, and I thought I landed. So wall ride to bar spin, cashy on the boulder log, which actually have been the first to dirt for me in my life. Stoked on that. Nollie double bar spin, cool one too. Went on a 3 T-bug on the spine, corky step down, scary always. And here, missed the push, missed the pop. Heartbroken, seriously. After an absolutely amazing high, straight to a big low. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, super disappointed. And yeah, with that crash I couldn't do a 2nd run, so I ended up 3rd last or something. My worst result in a Crankworx event in my entire life. I only have been once 11th place, and any other event the last 8 years, I landed one of two runs, and was in the top 10. Besides once, I was 11th. So yeah, big bummer. Anyways, this was the one which took the longest and it's still hard to digest. So let's go further to the next one. Let me get my notes again. Next up, Crankworx Cairns in Australia. Far North Queensland. What a place. Basically biking in paradise, nicest beaches ever, and nice fishing, everything I love. So yeah, 2nd Crankworx stop was Cairns. Crazy times. Let's go through that run. That's going to be my 2nd run, which you will see right now, because I crashed in my 1st run on the last jump. Again. That definitely put my confidence really low, I'm not going to lie. And I separated my shoulder, my right shoulder, and I had so much adrenaline that I could drop into my 2nd run right here. But after that 2nd run, I was dying. Seriously, I couldn't lift my arm for a week. Anyways, dropping in, going for a tail whip up, truck off, super short lily pad. Seriously, it's not easy to do. Cranking all I have, big twister on that money booter, then onto the dirt drop. Super tech one, probably the hardest 3-whip of my life. It's pretty tiny, still straight into a berm. Then only upper whip, yeah, I blame it on the shoulder. Not the best, but going straight into that cashy, into the corky, into the jump, which took me out the first run, into a fronty double bar, 7th place. Yeah, obviously I wanted more, but man, I'm stoked. Look, my pants are ripped from the crash before. I look like an absolute mess. And my right shoulder was dying. So yeah, super stoked. You can see the celly, the boys are here for me. So yeah, stoked on that. On to the next one. After Australia, backyard battle tours. One of my favorite events of the year. Starting off in Vienna at Sea Dogs and Russo Bros stop. Some of my best mates were all there. We had the best time, seriously one of the funnest week of the year. So yeah, let's check some of those clips. Nice train with my bros, Leopold Erhard, Peter Kaiser, going for the multiple option line. So Leo going on a flip on a straight jump, me for 50 spin, Peter Kaiser with flat spin. Then Peter and Leo keep on carrying with more flat spins. Super amazing time on freeride bike, loved it. Next stop was backyard battle, Kuderk edition, Paul Kuderk, absolute legend. Him and his crew, they built amazing jumps and I seriously love them. They're so fast and massive, they're seriously massive. So here we can see me pinning everything through that berm, going for a massive 3 up to bar. I loved how that looked like, felt so good. And for the best trick, I went for a massive twister. Dude, the jumps are so good, it was seriously too easy. I couldn't believe it, how easy that felt. So yeah, backyard battle, always an amazing time. Appreciate the boys inviting me, so yeah. What's next on the list? Canada trip. What a year it's been. Canada, I went there with some of my best mates, the twins, which you saw in the last video, Vincent and Valentin, Reto Heini, the other Swiss rider, which actually has been the first Swiss rider since the legend Jan Hagemann competing with me a couple years back. So let's dive into Silverstar. Silverstar, I ended up like 10th or something after my first run. So I had to step it up in my second run. So here you can see me in my second run going in for a flip double bar into the whale tail. Pretty narrow, you don't want to crash in there. Double whip on that weird spine step down. Straight into a Oppo double whip. Absolutely nice looking in my opinion. I loved how I did that actually. Proud of myself. Quick chilling in between to recover, to get all strength for the tree whip. Feels easy, scary every time though. Pedaling into the twister, went super high on this one. Actually loved how this one turned out. The landing is super flat, so my ankles were dying after that week. 3 downy up, 360 bar spin off. Carry all the speed I have for the last jump, which I did a fronty double bar. Not gonna lie, I did better runs in my life, but I've been more consistent this season, which I was thinking like I went so often for crazy runs where I crashed and then I got whatever place and then I had to play it safe the next run. So I was rather going for like a bit easier runs in my first run, so I have some sort of result, have less pressure, and then go harder on the second, or a bit harder on the second runs, and somehow I always got results, good results this year. So yeah, not gonna lie. It's been 4 events so far, 2 on the podium, 1 7th place. Not bad, not bad. So honestly, I'm super stoked. So the Super Bowl of slopestyle. Next up, Crankworx, Red Bull, Joyride, and Whistler. I was actually feeling really good. Oh yeah, quickly. First run didn't go as planned. Man, so many people were crashing, casing on that like toilet bowl jump. Did the same, bent my crank. Seriously, I never bent my same cranks in my life besides that time. Like I was standing like this on the pedals for the last jump. Yeah, hurts to see. Anyways, here's my second run, which put me in 7th place, which is still good. 7th place, not bad. Let's see, truck off the drop, 3 whip on that jump. That jump was tricky. Cashy on that boner log. Quick pause. I ate shit so bad on that cashy. I landed like straight on my bum because the boner log was wet, so I slid out, crashed. Anyways, felt good to do the cashy boner log again. Into a nice 270 cork 450 270 thing, into a 1080 twister, overspun on the hip, which I'm super stoked on. The most annoying jump of all time. Super steep, super hard trick in my opinion. Funny double bar, pretty good. Bar spin up, forget about that. Flip bar, let's maybe forget about that too. Not the proudest about it, but it's not too bad. Tail whip on that lolly pad thing. Lolly pad thing, what I'm talking about. Toilet bowl thing. Yeah, cranking, super exhausted by that point. 3 downy up. Truck off, yeah, that jump was massive, not gonna lie. Obviously, you all know I wanted to do 3 downy up, 3 whip off. But at that point, it was like my run was so average and I was so tired by the end to do a 3 whip and break my leg for like 6th or 5th instead of a 7th after being 5th there multiple times and knowing that that run wouldn't have been enough for a podium. Just played it smart, which sucks sometimes, but man, in one piece, and I could go to the next event. So yeah, with a 7th, which put me into 6th place in the overall for 2025, which is pretty good. 6th place in the world. Again, was 6th in 2023, was 4th in 2024, 6th in 2025 again. What place we are in 2026, we don't know yet, but we're aiming good for something good because I'm working hard towards it. So my competitive season for the FMB Crankworx season is done. 6th, stoked. Now it's holiday time for a week. We all went to the Sunshine Coast where Brendan Semenuk and these guys live to ride the best jumps in the world, in my opinion, for the dirt jumper, and that's the backwoods jam. Quick hydration stop. Plus it's early in the morning and I'm tired, so perfect solution. Flat spin into a big flat spin T-bog on those massive jumps, and oh man, I can tell you one thing, you're going so fast into those jumps. Here, Alessio Tonoli, Cornflakes Future, leading in the train with a 360. I also go for a 360. I loved it, seriously. Not gonna lie, that's probably the most fun I had riding in 2025 was a backwoods jam, because I love those jumps so much. There's no pressure. All the boys are there. We're having the best time. There's a barbecue. Logan Pete, his dad. Dave is doing an amazing barbecue. Seriously, the best times, most chill vibes, most fun times of the year. Yeah, I actually love watching those clips again. Back to the notes. What was next? Castle ride through in Switzerland. I've been an ambassador for the 2025 World Championships in Valais, the region in Switzerland, for the UCI event, and luckily they had something where I could even compete in, which was the castle ride. Honestly, super hard course to ride. Seriously, you can see it, like we're kind of struggling, super techy, hard to ride, but man, what a location it's been. The Swiss fans were seriously so patriotic. They loved me so much. I felt like me and Reto, the 2 Swiss people, were getting most applause, and they were so fired up on us. So it was super nice to feel that support from my people from Switzerland, because I barely compete in Switzerland anymore. So yeah, let's go through the run. That is my my winning run. Super proud of that. Bar spin up, super tiny, truck off, everything is so tight, you can't believe it. Tail whip, almost hit the wall there. Bar spin over the edge here. Then you had to pin it through the streets, like almost felt like a MotoGP corner, putting my knee on the floor. Double whip on the hip, oh, kind of rowdy. Super hard to judge the speed for this jump, not gonna lie. So I did the front flip bar spin, I wanted to do a double bar spin, but hey, still won the event, so it's not too bad. Pedal all I had into that wall ride. Man, I was never so exhausted like in this event, because we're cranking through the entire city. Like seriously. So you can see me crank, breathing, cranking. Going for a bar spin on that shark fin feature, cranking all I had. Had to ride in such a weird angle into that last jump, so the 3 down, it was kind of rowdy, but still rode it out. Look at me. Super exhausted, had to breathe for a minute, couldn't even give an interview for the first 2 minutes. Anyways, ended up winning that event in the slopestyle competition and the team competition. I teamed up with Johannes Fischbach, German urban downhill racer. Obviously I heard of his name, but I didn't know that he was so damn good. So I was lucky to team up with him because he ended up second in his race and I won the slopestyle. So us together, we won the entire event, which gave actually quite a lot of prize money. And yeah, hopefully we'll have it again next year happening in Switzerland or any other events in Switzerland, because I had an amazing time because my friends and family were watching, and yeah, almost getting a bit emotional watching that again. What's next? After Castle ride, shows. The guys from Flying Metal, actually the first people which flew me out to events and got me into Swatch Rocket there, which they organized years ago. They always do shows like freestyle routes, like Hollow Velo, which is actually this clip. Here you can see us unloading or packing up the ramps again in front of Switzerland's capital building where our government is based. And it's called the Bundesplatz. It's like it's a sick place, like location is awesome. So basically we do shows for a crowd, and they're giving us a massive applause, and there's a cool setup. So I'm pushing, or all of us are pushing ourselves, and we're doing crazy stunts because the crowd gets us fired up. Plus we actually get paid to do those events, which is super cool. And yeah, we bring the ramp, we build it, we leave the same day again, and we have an amazing time. So that's it for 2025. These are my personal highlights from this year. Obviously there was so much more happening, but I just wanted to keep it short, and it would have taken hours to go through every single thing I did. But yeah, I'm seriously super stoked how 2025 was, and I'm super excited for 2026. One thing, if you follow me on Instagram already, you probably already know that Specialized and I are parting ways for next year. So our partnership is not gonna continue, even though the season was amazing. But you know, sometimes one door closes, but another one opens. And I'm seriously so thankful what they did for me the last few years. They gave me the support I wasn't even thinking is possible in biking. And yeah, we did amazing together, I think, and I'm really proud of what we have achieved. It's been amazing, but the chapter is closing now. But I'm excited to announce that I found a new bike sponsor for 2026, which I'm super excited on, and it also gives me yeah, more excitement for the upcoming season, because there's new bikes coming, and it's nice to just find somebody which wants to invest in me and believes in me for the future. I'm not going to tell you who it is now. I'm also not sure when the video is going to come out. Maybe then it's announced. But it's an amazing brand. There's a cool team of riders, and we are going to do some pictures and stuff for the announcement, so I don't want to spoil everyone on the video yet. But it's going to be super cool. We're done. That's it for 2025. I really appreciate when you watched the video and took your time, because I'm really proud on how the season was, and appreciate the support of everyone. That's it. See you in the next video. See you in 2026. Have a nice Christmas and New Year holiday, and the best is yet to come. Ciao.